Ahoy, treasure hunters. What if I told you there's a fortune out there, potentially worth hundreds of millions of dollars, hidden away for over 300 years? A treasure so elusive, it has left behind nothing but legends, mysteries, and the faintest of whispers carried by the wind. Historians, adventurers, and dreamers alike have spent lifetimes chasing this enigma, but the haunting question remains, where is Blackbeard's treasure, and does it even exist? So pack your things and let's set sail into the depths of this unsolved mystery. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, wasn't just any pirate, he was the pirate, a man whose very name still conjures images of terror and ruthlessness. His fearsome reputation, marked by a massive black beard and eyes that were said to burn with a devilish fire, was no accident. Blackbeard cultivated fear as a weapon, ensuring that his legend would endure long after his death. But beyond the tales of blood and plunder, there lies a darker, more tantalizing mystery, a treasure that has eluded even the most determined seekers. According to historical records, Blackbeard's reign of terror was as profitable as it was brief. Yet, despite countless searches and centuries of speculation, not a single doubloon has ever been found. This baffling enigma has led many to question whether Blackbeard, in his cunning, hid his fortune so well that it remains out of reach, or whether it ever existed at all. The true legend of Blackbeard, or Edward Teach, is one steeped in terror, mystery, and ruthless cunning. Among the many pirates who roamed the seas during the golden age of piracy, none commanded as much fear and fascination as Blackbeard. He was a towering figure, with an appearance designed to strike terror into the hearts of his enemies. His infamous beard, braided into pigtails and adorned with colorful ribbons, was an anomaly in a time when few men wore beards at all. To heighten his fearsome image, Blackbeard would place lit fuses under the brim of his hat, creating the terrifying illusion of smoke emanating from his head, as though he were a demon risen from the depths. But beneath this facade of terror lay a man who was meticulously strategic. Blackbeard's terror wasn't just a product of his brutality, it was carefully cultivated to intimidate and control, allowing him to plunder with minimal resistance. Yet, despite his notoriety and the vast wealth he amassed through countless raids across the Caribbean, not a single coin of his treasure has been found. How could a man who seemed to have thought of everything, right down to his own image, allow his fortune to disappear without a trace? His death at Ocracoke Inlet in 1718, decapitated by the British Royal Navy, brought an end to his reign of terror, but it only deepened the mystery. Where did his treasure go? Did he hide it in the countless islands he frequented, such as Nassau, where he once used the fort as a base? Or perhaps in the watchtower on St. Thomas, known today as Blackbeard's Castle, where he may have watched for ships to prey upon? According to legend, Blackbeard's final words were cryptic, hinting that only he and the devil knew the location of his treasure. Over 300 years later, his words continue to haunt those who seek his fortune. Could the treasure be lying in plain sight, hidden in the sands of Ocracoke Island, or beneath the ruins of Nassau? Or did Blackbeard take his secret to the grave, leaving us with nothing but the myth of his lost fortune? The uncertainty is maddening, yet it is this very enigma that keeps the legend of Blackbeard alive, as fresh and terrifying as the smoke that once curled beneath his hat. One of the most compelling pieces of this puzzle is the discovery of Blackbeard's notorious flagship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, found in 1996 near Beaufort Inlet, North Carolina. The wreckage has been a source of fascination for historians, offering a treasure trove of artifacts that paint a vivid picture of pirate life in the early 18th century. Yet, despite the tantalizing historical finds, not a single piece of Blackbeard's legendary treasure has been recovered. Could it be that the infamous pirate, always one step ahead, concealed his riches in secret compartments that have yet to be uncovered? Or did he cleverly relocate his wealth before the ship's untimely demise, leaving the Queen Anne's Revenge as a decoy, a ghost ship guarding nothing but stories? The waters around Beaufort Inlet remain a silent witness to this unsolved mystery, as the hunt for hidden gold continues to lure treasure seekers into its depths. Another theory lures treasure hunters to the shores of Ocracoke Island. This is where Blackbeard met his grisly end in a bloody battle with the Royal Navy. After the Queen Anne's Revenge ran aground, Blackbeard and his men reportedly spent time on this remote island, leading some to speculate that he might have buried his treasure here, concealing it beneath the shifting sands or in one of the island's many hidden caves. But despite exhaustive searches, not a coin has been found. Could it be that Blackbeard, known for his cunning, devised an even more ingenious hiding place, one that remains just out of reach? His reputation for outsmarting authorities fuels the belief that his fortune lies somewhere, waiting to be uncovered. But perhaps the most chilling theory hails from Chesapeake Bay, a site rich in pirate lore. Legend has it that Blackbeard frequently used the area as a hideout, stationing his men at Cape Henry as he relaxed inland near what is now Pleasure House Road. According to local legend, during a daring raid, Blackbeard's crew seized a merchant ship laden with gold, but as naval forces closed in, the Pirate King hastily buried his treasure in the dunes of First Landing State Park. The Navy eventually caught up with Blackbeard in the Outer Banks, where he was famously beheaded, never to return for his fortune. But that's not the end of the story. According to folklore, Blackbeard's headless ghost still roams the beaches, guarding his treasure. Those who venture too close claim to see an ominous figure in the mist, the specter of Blackbeard, still haunting the land in search of his lost gold. The eerie winds that sweep across the bay serve as a reminder that while history may have forgotten the exact location of Blackbeard's loot, his restless spirit certainly hasn't. Could it be that the treasure isn't just buried beneath the sands, but protected by the pirate's curse? One thing is certain, the quest for Blackbeard's treasure is far from over, and for those brave enough to follow the clues, the ultimate prize may be waiting just beyond the horizon. Among all these theories, one story grips the imagination like no other. In 1718, Blackbeard met a brutal end during a ferocious battle off the coast of Ocracoke Island. His death was not the end of his terror, though. After the fight, his lifeless body was thrown into the cold waters while his severed head was displayed on the bow of a ship, a gruesome trophy to remind others of his fearsome reign. But it's what Blackbeard reportedly said before his death that continues to send chills down the spines of treasure hunters and historians alike. According to records, Blackbeard taunted his captors with a cryptic declaration,
"Only I and the devil know where it is, and the longest liver of you shall have it."
This eerie statement has ignited countless speculations over the centuries. Was Blackbeard given a final twisted clue to the location of his legendary treasure? Or was it one last act of defiance, a riddle meant to confound those who dared pursue his hidden riches? The uncertainty surrounding this haunting quote keeps the legend of Blackbeard's treasure alive, a tantalizing enigma that continues to beckon adventurers to the mysterious depths of the unknown. So where is Blackbeard's treasure? The truth is, no one knows for sure. It could be hidden beneath the sands of Ocracoke Island, lying in a forgotten cave, or perhaps scattered across the Caribbean, waiting for an intrepid adventurer to piece together the clues. Or maybe, just maybe, the treasure is nothing more than a story, a part of the legend that Blackbeard crafted to keep his enemies and us forever guessing. What we do know is that the mystery of Blackbeard's treasure continues to captivate, and as long as there are those who seek adventure and riches, the hunt will never truly end. What do you think? Could Blackbeard's treasure still be out there waiting to be found, or is it all just a myth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're intrigued by unsolved historical mysteries, be sure to check out our other videos. Until next time, may your search for treasure be fruitful.